Hello everybody and welcome to this macroeconomic video on exports, imports and the factors affecting them. So firstly to our information section in the top left, and what we need to know is what actually are imports and exports and what they do in terms of the flow of money. So an import is when a good is moved into a nation. So a physical good, for example a TV, it is shipped into the country. And an export is when goods are moved out of a country. So for example tables, they are shipped out of a country to another country. However, this is an idea people don't normally get sometimes. Imports result in money leaving an economy. They result in money leaving the national circular flow of income. And this works like so. If goods are coming into my country, so for example TVs, I've had to buy those TVs from somewhere else, so for example China. So therefore I have had to give China money in order to have these TVs. It's just like you going into a shop and buying something. The owner of the shop exports a chocolate bar, say, you import that chocolate bar, but you give the owner of the shop money back in return. So this is the same idea. An import, TV comes into the country, but money leaves the country because we have to pay the other country for those TVs. And this is the opposite with an export. The good will leave the country, so for example tables, as I said before. So for example Britain is exporting tables and these are going to France. France then will pay Britain for those tables, or British companies for those tables. So therefore an import is a good moving into a country but money leaving. And an export is good leaving a country but money entering it. And various factors will affect how many exports we have and how many imports we have. So the first is price. If the price of British goods is low, then we will export more because it's more attractive for other countries to buy our goods because they're cheap. And also it means that we'll import less because it's attractive for people in Britain to buy British goods because they're cheaper than all the other places, all the other countries. So therefore if the price is low, exports will be high and imports will be low. And this is the opposite way around if the price is high. If the price is high, then it's unattractive to buy British goods, so therefore other countries won't buy them, therefore exports will be low. And it's also unattractive for British people to buy British goods, so therefore they will look to other countries and import those goods from other countries. So therefore if the price is high, exports will be low and imports will be high. Next we have the exchange rate. Now I'd advise you watch our video on exchange rate because this explains it quite well. So if we have a strong currency, this means that our currency is worth more, it's increased in value, has a very high value. So therefore it is expensive for other countries to buy our goods because they are more valuable. So therefore exports will be low. But also a strong currency means that we can buy more of other countries' goods. So therefore we will buy those other countries' goods because essentially they are cheaper due to the exchange rate. Therefore imports will increase. So if we have a strong exchange rate, exports will be low but imports will be high. And this is the opposite way around if we have a weak exchange rate. And importing lots but will result in a decrease in aggregate demand, that should say. If we import lots, then overall M goes up, so therefore our number we get from our brackets decreases, so therefore there is a fall in aggregate demand. And this happens the opposite way around too. If there is lots of exports and exports go up, then the number we get from this bracketed section of our aggregate demand formula will go up, so therefore there will be an increase in aggregate demand. So that's written the other way around, so the wrong way around. Next we have world and UK income. If the income of Britain increases, then it is likely that we will spend more and we may buy these goods from abroad. So if British income increases, then we are more likely to import because we have the money to import. So therefore imports will be high. But if the income of other countries increases, then it is likely that exports will rise because those countries now have the money to buy all of our goods instead. And also other factors will be taken into account. So for example, how quickly we want these goods imported or exported, the quantity of goods we want imported or exported, and whether we want certain unique specialised goods imported or exported. So these things will affect how much we import and how much we export. So for example, in Britain we may only export one specific type of book. So therefore, if demand for this book is high, then exports will be high because we're exporting loads and loads of this book. So that's a unique good.